Thank you for listening to my next speech for the Black Man Stand Up movement. Today I'm going to be addressing Generation X. And please excuse me while I look at my notes. Generation X is considered to be people born from 1961 to 1981 here in America, known as the people who were born during or after the Vietnam War. Those who grew up during the Regan and George Bush Sr. administration. All right. Now we also gotta look at this deeply because these are my peers. I was born in 1978 myself. I have uncles who fought in Vietnam and Korean War and stuff like that. You know, my Uncle Mike is a good war vet and a big old bullet hole in his back and stuff. So we gotta look at all these things that even my mom's generation is Generation X. She was born in 1962. I'm 32 years old. Okay, so we gotta look at these type of issues. A lot of our parents were teen parents, okay? And so kids being raised by kids, it's no secret now how that turns out. All right, I'm a result of that just like you. In my last speech, and I encourage you to listen to my last presentation about addressing mental illness within our communities and stuff. I have to let you know that Generation X is not confined to the United States of America. It was also titled Generation X in 1964 in the United Kingdom, being chosen of a generation whose parents were having sex and relations as teenagers, was not taught to fear God or believe in any of the morals. We're also taught in that country to disrespect the Queen and their parents, and being such a rebellious generation that they gave birth to us. And then we were left out here to do whatever it is that we were supposed to do and figure out how to be adults while we were growing up in these type of homes where our parents were children anyway. So they barely had life figured out by the time we took our first breath of air. We cannot fault our parents because all of us are grown now. We're well into our 30s now, every single one of us. Okay, if not coming up on our 30s for the youngest ones. Myself, I'll be 32 this year. So everything that I do is a result of a choice that I make. I know right from wrong. If I choose wrong, I should expect a result of me doing wrong to happen to me sooner or later in life. Our generations was left up to their own imaginations. That's why we went out and we did whatever it is we felt that we needed to do at the time. Whatever it is that felt good. Making babies as early as 13 years old in the process, and then passing that torch on to the next generation. So now we have a new generation of parents who are children, kids as young as 9, 10, 11, 12 years old having babies. I wasn't really thinking about sex at that age. I was more into smoking cigarettes and stuff like that. You know, stealing bikes and stuff. I was a kid. I did the wrong things. And this is the first thing that we have to do to say, I have done wrong at this point in my life. Now, here's what I am doing to fix it. And then we must learn to coexist with the families that we have ruined in the process of us growing up and messing things up, because this is what it is that we have done. And this is the whole purpose of the Black Man Stand Up movement. For us to know that, hey, we have done wrong and we are not counted out because we realize that we need to do right. Now, help me. How do we do it? It's easy to say and hear, get a job, go to work, come home, pay your bills, don't cheat on your woman, raise your kids, do family time with your family, do one-on-one time with your kids, do group activities with your kids, do one-on-one time with your significant other, and further your education and all these things. That's easy to hear, but it's not so easy to do for us when we have been living in a corrupt lifestyle. I'm going to say what they're going to say to you. Excuses, excuses. Save it. They don't want to hear it. It's time for action. It's time to do what we need to do. So if we have a mental illness, manic depression, bipolar, post-traumatic stress disorder because we wanted to be gangsters and ended up seeing brains get blown out and ended up getting shot up ourselves, we need to address these issues and get the help that we need so we can be productive people in society and the men and women that our home needs us to be, because our kids are looking at us. They're looking at us and we're going crazy. We're running around with guns and dope in our pocket, calling that the way to be, calling that the way to make ends meet. We're running around here with our mouth on a pipe, our mouth on a blunt, our mouth on a bottle, and we're not taking care of home. We're doing what the generation did before us. But then there's that time when we look in the mirror and we don't like what we see. And a tear might roll down your face if it can come out even. if your heart didn't get so cold because of the cards you were dealt at life since you were born into dysfunction. There's two things in the Bible I want to share with you. We were left up to our own imagination. Well, the people of Noah's time were left up to their own imagination too. And God wanted to flood the world, and he saw something good in Noah, and we're still here. They went after the lust of their own imagination, like we go after the lust of our own imagination. The only way back to the position that was designed for us by he who created us all is to walk in the footsteps that he has laid out for us to walk. All that glitters ain't gold, and all that feels good ain't good. We look in our minds and we see these regrets, and it leads us into depression. It leads us into addiction. It leads us into the bottom of the bottle, into the bottom of the bag of weed, into the bottom of the glass pipe. And we're acting all crazy because we're feeding for dope. We're starting to feel these emotions because our dopamine is gone. And we lash out on our women. We lash out on our children. We lash out on our community. And in the process of us thinking all we got to do is get high some more, get drunk some more, numb this pain some more, we breathe this corruption into the eyes of the children. And it is up to us to stop what we are doing. And I am calling to you all right now to address these issues with yourself and stand up and be who it is that you need to be so that our babies ain't got to grow up the way that we did. Generation X, my peers, I'm at you with love so that we can rise up and no longer be called niggas, white trash, savages, and pigs. Most of us will never get it. More of us will get it and never do anything with it, and very few of us will get it and do something with it. I say to you all, like always, black men stand up. I just want to identify who it is that we are. The babies of the teenage parents, the alcoholics, the drug addicts, the pimps, the whore sons, the daughters of prostitutes, those of us who were born into the gangs, those of us who were taught nothing but to be corrupt. And they called that the norm of society. It is not normal. And it's not the way we're supposed to be. I'm going to take these next few weeks and these next few videos to show you the way that I found. And please take it to heart and just realize I'm just a normal guy just like you guys. Just one day I sat down and I had enough. I was depressed. And I looked in the mirror and I didn't recognize myself. And I prayed to God and I asked him who I really was. And then I remembered. And then he showed me the things that I'm about to show you. Peace and love. God bless you all. And black men stand up.